the channel for games, guides, and glitches. If you're a developer or publisher, feel free to contact me at the email, and to my regular viewers, please remember to subscribe, it really helps me out. Suddenfall here with a guide for a detective from the Crypt. Now when we first start the game, we can't do anything but go to new game. There's settings you have to change when you're in the actual game. As you can see here, we can turn down the music. So from here we want to go across. You want to push X so you can move faster. Open this tombstone, grab this letter, and then grab the candle next to it. Then we can move on to the left side. Run at the arrow and the mouse will basically scroll over to it. If that doesn't happen, run at it again. So we want to go into this tombstone, which is next to the one we came out of. And then you want to head this way, and we'll fall down this hole. Collect this shovel here, and then talk to the greedy bride. Then we can exit by clicking on these stones. Head to the left, and again the mouse will zoom in on the spot we need to exit. Head to the right, and right here we can dig. You can just see the disturbed dirt. Then we can use click on the jewel box, then you have to click on the jewel box again to pick it up. It's Y to open your inventory too, to make it faster. So you want to give the jewel box to the Scottish man, and he's in a prime position for me to do a glitch where I can exit the screen now that I've given it to him and had the conversation. This skips us having to see him go inside and come out and talk to him. So we want to pick up this pocket watch. You may need to pause because you might not be able to do the skip. It's very tricky. It only saves a few seconds, but I wanted to speedrun this as fast as possible so you could get the achievements as fast as possible. So we want to head over to the right now. Pick up the 4-leaf clover here. And then over to the right, pick up the cloth under the crow. Head to the right again. And then we can head down here into the cellar. So you got to find the right spot. It will change to a eye symbol. Click that. That lets you know where the maid is. And we want the box of chocolates. Then we can exit out of here. Head to our left. Back to the cemetery. Right here we want to grab the box of chocolates. Now don't move when doing this, otherwise you'll have to grab the box of chocolates again, but you can ring the bell and then talk to him, and then we can leave the screen. This will save you a little bit of time. If you move while holding an object, it removes you from having the object and you have to reselect it. So if you select an object, you can interact with things while still holding it, but you won't have to worry about it being used. So we want to head down to the cellar, and this is where he'll work on the wall. I'm not going to watch it because it's pretty much automatic, but feel free to watch it. Once this happens, you want to hit A. Do not hit B. If you hit B, it'll lock you out of the conversation, and you'll have to leave and come back into the cellar and watch him dig out the maid again. So make sure when the maid's conversation comes up, you hit A. Then we want to interact with the arrow so that once she clears the salt, we can go through. Here we've got a few items to pick up. The magnifying glass, the crowbar, the milk, the matches, the chocolate, and the pan. With the saucepan, we have to put water in it. This will save us a bit of time, so turn the tap on, use it, and then turn the tap off, and then we can move on. So our path will be blocked and we have to head right, but that's okay. So while heading right, we have to stop to look at an arsenic bottle here. Then use the magnifying glass on the shoes here, or boots. These right here. That'll give you another clue. Then head right, and right here we have to pick up the kerosene and the garden trowel. And then there's a net we have to pick up just before we leave the area. So heading to our right here, you'll see some disturbed ground again, and we have to use the trowel on it. Then we can move to the right, use the net on the furthest lily pad that you can see the golden locket. Then we can head left again. We'll be returning to the kitchen and then through the attic. Head into the kitchen and then through to the attic. From here we can go right. As you can see, the hole where the maid's body is there. Head to the left here. Push Y. Now to navigate all the items, use the D-pad, it's much easier. So we want the milk, use it on the statue, and the magnifying glass, use it on the statue. This will get you 2 achievements. One for finding the kitty. And one for the novice investigator for applying the magnifying glass to the kitty's statue. Now we can head left into the kitchen. Now we want to take the key that we were given and use it on the drawer. This will get us olive oil, and then we can exit. Push Y, push left on the D-pad so you go to the olive oil, and then use the olive oil on the statues. Now head all the way to the left. We want this room here next to the mirror. Collect the statue under the bed, the statue in the glass, the cookie crumbs from the canary, and then we can leave. There is an object we missed, but we're not worrying about it because we will be back in this area. So walk over to this clock and use both the statues of the shepherds on the clock, and then click on it to get the piano and enter the door to the left of it. Grab the coffee from the cabinet, and to the left drawer the pearl and the silver knife on the table. The top drawer here has another pearl. The broken cup on the bottom, open this up to get sugar, and on the left here is another pearl. Open this up for an achievement and run away because there's a rat. Gross. And then we can head left. We'll be getting a lot of items, so I do talk a bit fast, and hopefully you can keep up with me. So we want to use the item we got from the clock, which is this here with the piano, and we can pick up the button which is under this here and head to our right. Now before we exit, we open up our inventory, and you'll see after the piano plays it puts the key into our inventory, so there's no need to interact with anything. Once you see the key, we can leave. Head to the right, up the stairs, head to the left, but before you do, interact with this and this door here. You have to interact with that door, otherwise you won't be able to progress later. Open this door here that's next to the mirror. Grab the crowbar Smash the piggy bank. This reminded me of Manic Mansion. Grab the golden coin. Grab the feather. Grab the note there. And open this drawer to get the poison. Click on the poison and that's another clue. And then open the bottom drawer here for a pearl. Then we can exit. We're going to head right to this room. Use the magnifying glass on the bear eyes. This will get you 2 opals. Use the magnifying glass on the key next to the chair there. Click on the guns. This will get us another clue. Now here we want to open this desk drawer. Grab the love note. Then we want to pull down or grab the beetle that's next to the up arrow and pull down the middle. Now the combination here is paw print, star, moon. I'm trying to turn all 3 to save time. So right there, paw print, star, moon. I'm going to leave it here for a bit so you can pause it. And then you unlock it. Using the D-pad over the hand, because the D-pad, even if the hand isn't on that one, if the D-pad is, the D-pad overrides it. So make sure to use the D-pad while opening the safe. Head to the right, skip the first room, and open the second. So in here we want to grab the soap and the energy powder. With the soap, you want to click on it, click on the bath, and fill it full of water. Don't forget to turn off the bath because we're a nice ghost. We don't want to waste their water. Head to the right, this is our room. Open the drawer at the top for a pearl and grab the key from the portrait. Use the key on the suitcase here. It'll automatically open up the diary if you're not quick enough. I opened it up so the achievement popped, but it locks you where you can't move, so you have to open the inventory in order to move again if you do it that way. So this timer is the butler, and if you let it run out, you will run into him, which we don't want that, but you have enough time to make it to the mirror before he comes. Once we're in the mirror, we want to collect the one on the table, the little tiny mirror. This is our fast travel device. From here, you want to go to the library, which is the mirror above the painting. So we want to click on this portrait and grab the ladder. Then move over to the left. We want to grab these statues or busts. And then we want to move over to the right where the tables are. Place them both on the table. If it's the wrong one, it will let you know. So place it on the other table, and then you want to turn them. Once they're turned facing each other, this will open up the secret passageway in the library. From here we can head right to the laboratory. So you want to charge up the electric thing with the spinny thing there, and you want to spin the phonograph as well. Then you want to put the phonograph in here and grab the charged up thing there. Here we're going to be doing a lot of research. So you want to grab the first item, which is the coffee, and then hit the bottle here. And then once it's done 3 to 4 of them, then click these. It's all automatic. You can go to the next item and you can wait down the bottom here. And you can put it in once you restart it. The bottom has the little restart icon. That's what you're going to wait for. Since the achievement was in the way, I'll show you again when I do the coffee. So right here, it's going to show up. There you go. Pushing B got rid of the coffee though. So that's why you don't want to push B. You just want to click on the restart. It'll let you even with the text up, which saves you a bit of time. Again, wait till 3 or 4 and then you hit those top ones. And we just repeat this for all the items that I'm doing it with. That was the broken cup. This is the sugar. We've done the coffee, and we've done the chocolate, and the cookie crumbs. So now that the sugar's done, we have to do the energy powder. And that's everything. So click on this, put in the liquid, then scroll over to the blood, which is right here, and then mix it with the liquid. This will react and give us a new clue. Then we want to go to the magnifying glass. Now the magnifying glass is pretty easy to use. So you want to click on the piece of paper, put it into the magnifying, and click on the left. Click that once, and that'll give you the result you're looking for. Do it with the pocket watch, and do it with the note, the love letter. Once you've done all three, you'll have noticed a couple of things have left your inventory after all that. So we're going to use the key on this animatronic, the feather, and then the coin. We have to wait for this animatronic to finish. We can't just take the ladder and it doesn't just appear in our inventory. So we have to wait till he finishes before we can actually grab the ladder. As you can see, we've now got the ladder. Once you do that, take the portal using Y and then pushing B to get out of it, and the D-pad, go to the library again. This is quicker than going out of to the library via the laboratory. Put the piece of paper into the fireplace like so. Wait till it reveals the ink, then take it. Then again, we can use the mirror. This time we want to go to the upstairs, which is the one the bear is holding. Scroll across to the left, and we'll be heading up to the attic. Head to the left, and you'll see this here. We want to put kerosene in it, and then we want to use the matches. This will light up the attic. And now we want to give the ladder to the guy here. Make sure to hit A for the combo till it's over, and this will get you a new clue. Then we want to use the crowbar on this trunk, on the lock specifically, and then when you want to use the cloth on the dress right there, and interact with the diary for another clue. We want to head to the right and then downstairs. This is quicker than using the mirror because we would end up on the left side at the start of the bottom if we used it. And we want to go into this room here. This is the museum. You want to grab the Anubis head. The Anubis head is right next to the mirror, so you want to make sure you put that on. I'm going to leave that on for a little bit. So we want the crowbar, and we're going to open one for an achievement. That's this one here, and the crowbar again, and we're going to open this one because it's part of the clues. Grab the button once you close the book. Put the button on the mummy here, and that'll give us another clue. Scroll to the left here, take the beetle, and place the beetle onto the spot there. This will take us deeper into the museum. Take the kitchen knife, or the silverware, and give it to this cat here. Then we can scroll over to the right. Open this sarcophagus and a mummy will pop out offering his heart. Grab the lungs from the pot there, and then use the heart on this sarcophagus here. Now we can use the mirror to leave. And we want to head to the start, which is the main graveyard on the left there. So now we're going to start helping these ghosts out. So we want to get the 4-leaf clover. And again, don't move while doing this. Ring the bell and give it to this ghost. You want to put the charged electrical item that we charged earlier onto this post here. This will electrocute the crow. There's no need to actually activate or talk to the ghost. And so right here we need the lungs. We want to ring this bell here and give the lungs to this lady. And then right here we want to ring this bell and talk to this guy. He's the doctor, and because we fixed the ghost's problem, he will give us sleeping pills. From here we want to head to the right. And then we want to head to the right again, stop at this arrow and take the arrow. This will take us to a new location. And we want to use the magnifying glass very carefully, make sure the cat doesn't get in the way of the boots. Then over here, when we open this up, a ghost will appear, but before he does, grab the soap bubbles, then open the well, then give the soap bubbles to the boy. He gives us a necklace in exchange, so go to the mirror world, use the necklace on the painting, then we want to head right to the mirror next to the suit of armor. This will take us to the main floor. We want to head to the right, and we're going to get a couple of achievements, but they are technically endings, but don't worry, we don't need to save it or anything. The game will let us continue from where we were. So get the saucepan out, put the saucepan onto the stovetop, then get the sugar that we know is poisoned from testing it, and put the sugar into the pot. They will ask us yes or no. Go with yes. This will get you the Grim Cook, because we poisoned the hot chocolate. Even though we hadn't put hot chocolate in it yet, let's just not worry about that. Then we want to hit yes. Now we can actually make it the way we're meant to, so put the hot chocolate into the water and then put the sleeping potion into the mixture. Then we can leave to the left, because that will get us hot chocolate for making the hot chocolate sleeping drink. Ring the bell here. There'll be a timer that appears. Now normally we would run away, but we want the butler to see us. Make sure you are wearing the Anubis mask. This is why we left it on. And that'll get you the bearer of evil. We scared the butler literally to death, getting us another bad ending. Again, make sure you pick yes. So this time they've put you in slow mode, so hit X, so that way you can go back to fast mode and scroll all the way over to the right. Ring the bell and then head to the right here, which is the garden. You have to head to the garden, otherwise he doesn't pick up the drink. So then we can go to the mirror world once we take our Anubis head off. If you want to take the Anubis head off, you can leave it on if you want. And we want to go to the second floor mirror. So here we want to head to the right, and we can finally go in this door that we couldn't earlier. So you want to open the drawer there. It doesn't tell you, but you get a pearl doing that. Grab the note from here. Grab the scissors. Use the scissors on the cushion on the fireplace. This will get us a key for the safe. Click on the safe and use the key on the safe. The combo for the safe is a rose, and then it's the bird, and then the last two symbols. I accidentally went one over on the first one, so I'm just fixing that up while fixing the others. So the middle two are correct now, and those three are correct, so that gives you time to see it. As I said, this one is just the rose, which is one down from the bird. And that's the combination there. I've given you a few seconds to pause it. Grab the note, and then we can leave. We want to head to the graveyard again. Last time we have to head to the graveyard. We want to go into the tombstone we came out of at the beginning. Open up this tombstone here with the scissors in hand, because we're going to use them. Use the scissors on your father, that'll get a lock of his hair. Then we can leave via the mirrors, and you want to go to the library. We're going to the secret lab again, so you'll have to turn the statues or the busts to face each other again. It resets every time you leave the area. Go into the laboratory door. Go over to the left here. Grab the note. And do it again because it doesn't work. Then use the left. This will magnify it. And then use the hair and magnify that. Once we've done that, we can now select all the endings. So grab the notepad and move over to the files. As you can see here, all the people we have to view the endings. Go with the butler first. This will save us a bit of trouble later. And now we just have to view the ending. You'll be asked if this is how it happened. Say no. This will load us back up. Open the book again, scroll over to the files, and now we want to go with the father story. Again, we're going to be asked if this is how it happened. Say no. Once it loads up, we can open the book again, and this time we're going to view another one. So go to the files, and this time we're going to view the mothers. And you probably know the drill. We want no again. But this time we're going to open the book. And we're going to go over to the files. And we're going to go over to the aunt. And we're going to view hers. And one last time, we're going to select no. And this is the last ending that we need, and this will get you your final achievement. So we want to hit the book, and we want to hit the governess, and we want to view the governess ending. So with that, that's your last achievement and your 1000 G. Congratulations. Since this is a speedrun though, I'll be keeping this up till the end of the ending. This time I'm going to be selecting yes. I'm going to tell you early because I'm going to stop talking after this. Feel free to continue watching. Remember to like and subscribe, please. It really helps me out. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and congrats on your 1000 G. Thank you, Sometimes You, for the code.